I believe our Sports Network. Such a time as this. We're sitting out here at Last Antiques and Collectibles on Pendleton Highway 5409C. And I'm with Ritter Honeycutt. We're excited about today and what's going on. We got a lot of things we're going to talk about today.
Yep.
We'll talk a little bit about Clemson football, basketball. We're going to get into a special announcement that Ritter's going to make, and we're going to go into some of our sponsorships. Such a time as this season has flown by. It just seems like
it was yesterday
we were doing the countdown, and now it's Christmas time. Well, we're got the little lull. We're waiting on the
end of the regular season, starting into football.
Right.
I mean, Clemson just won the national championship in soccer. I mean, whoo.
Yeah, that's a big deal. That's a big deal, you know. That's a big deal.
Big deal.
There's a lot of soccer teams out there, and we're number one. So, you know.
And it's called football, too, everywhere else.
It is actually the most popular sport in America. I mean, in the world. Even though
that's correct.
Americans seem to be touched about football. So anyways, we're just very grateful. This season's gone by quick. I've had more fun this season, and I'm so appreciative of all the sponsors and so grateful to God that some of the people that come on board. You know, we're here to spread the good news and to spread the business to customers of ours and increase their business. And we like to just do a shout out to a couple new sponsors that came on board.
Right.
We had Mr. Knickerbocker's.
Mr. Knickerbocker. I was at their store yesterday, actually.
Yeah, Mr. Knickerbocker's. We're excited about that. We had Bright Pest Control. And we're going to be doing the Gator Bowl there. We've been doing the Gator Bowl for Bright Pest Control. He just started this company a year ago. He'd been in pest control all his business, named Steve Bright. And he came on board about 2 days ago. And he got the Gator Bowl show.
Right.
So we're excited about that.
Wish him all the best.
Yeah, we're all about small business America. 80% of America is small business. Yet 20% of America.
And small can be anything from one owner to 50 or 100. It's all in definition.
And 20% is big corporate America.
Exactly.
And they got 80% of the money, so it's an unfair advantage.
Exactly.
So we want to do whatever we can in this community to spread the good news of small business, to help each other out, to send customers to your business.
Right.
Word of mouth advertising through the internet, through
Word
social media.
Is the best advertising
it is. And so, anyways, we're just very, very grateful. Anything we can do, we're grateful for our sponsors, because that's the ticket. That's what pays the bills.
That's exactly right.
And we're going to promote you 365, 24/7. Another thing we got going on we're really excited about is I Bleed Orange has got a podcast now. And we had the two rowing girls.
I watched them, made a couple comments. They were very, if you don't understand what they're doing, I think it's 2,800 miles.
2,800 miles.
Over the Pacific Ocean by themselves. Two ladies. I'm not meaning that the way that's going to sound.
I just can't wrap my head around being on a 24-foot boat.
Yeah.
5 feet ride for 60 days.
60 days, 2,800 miles. I don't know how far that is from Clemson, South Carolina to Los Angeles or where. I don't have a clue where in the world that is.
So basically they're going from like the San Francisco Bay Area all the way to Hawaii.
Right.
And my first thought was sharks.
In 1974, the movie Jaws came out, and ever since I hadn't been in the ocean.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I thought, well, there's going to be a storm in those 60 days.
Right.
There's going to be a storm, and I don't know. I guess they got all this figured out.
Ships and everything else.
So I remember when I got finished with boot camp.
Okay.
Back in 1989, I got out of there and I said, I can do this, I can do anything. And I'm assuming when they do this and they actually land in Hawaii,
right,
they can do anything at that point. Everything else is gravy. So anyways, y'all go to their page, check them out on our page, and they got a good cause that they're donating. They're raising money.
It's not only physically, the mental aspect of 60 days of being with a person that you think you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you pretty well.
With 60 days
I don't
together?
know if I want to spend 60 days with you.
I don't know if you do
especially
either.
out in the middle of the ocean where I can't leave.
But they're doing it for a good cause. And they're taking 2 months out of their life. They're raising money for female athletes, scholarships. IPK's sponsoring them. So go check them out on our website. And if you can, donate to their cause.
It's a great cause. Great cause.
So, all right. So here we are. You know, I woke up yesterday and I'm like, 10 days to Christmas.
That's why I'm letting my beard grow out, y'all.
And I don't let mine grow out too much because I'm black hair up here and white beard.
I don't have any hair up here. That's why I wear a ball cap.
So let's talk a little bit about basketball.
Let me tell you what. People bash Brad. Brad this, Brad that. They're undefeated. They're playing Memphis today.
Yeah.
If they
At
win,
Little John.
No, they're playing. I think they're playing at Memphis. I might be
No,
wrong
I
on
think they're
that.
playing at Little John. I wrote it on.
Okay, you
yeah.
want to bet?
I'll bet you.
Okay, here, nickel.
Okay.
All right, y'all
I could
see
be wrong.
that?
I thought they were going back to Little John.
Might be. Okay. Anyway, Memphis, I believe I saw is 7-3, 7-2, 7-3. But they played some tough games. They've had some tough. Their schedule is a pushover.
Well, people ask me, what something just seems different. You got PJ Hall from Dorman, Spartanburg, just right.
Real athlete.
Unbelievable. He went to the NBA. He was drafted and changed his mind and came back to little old Clemson.
Little old Clemson.
And can't be explained on experience. This basketball team, I've been kind of skeptical because I've been a fan all my life.
Right.
I mean, I was born
since 1967.
I was born right down the road here from the university in 1968. I've been following basketball. The Cliff Ellis days were really good days.
I went to my first Clemson ball game before you were even born. Probably before you even thought of.
I went to my first game before I was even born.
We might have been in the game together.
I was a December baby, and my mom was at the game. So.
I got you.
So, anyways, I was at a couple of games before I was born. You could hear me in the stomach. Go Tigers!
There you go. You were bleeding orange before you even complete.
So there's something just seems different. The electricity, the synergy, whatever you want to call it, it just seems different. We beat some pretty good teams. Beat Alabama.
Right.
Beat South Carolina. Good team.
Great team.
And TCU. And really, the games weren't even that close. Now, at halftime, it could have gone either way. Some of those were behind. Some of them were about tied or ahead of point.
That's where I give Brad all the coaching.
Yeah.
Here again, little old Clemson. You think of ACC, you always think of Duke. You think of North Carolina. You think of all these other schools. None of them are undefeated. Clemson is.
Yeah. Well,
give them credit.
Yeah, Clemson's at number one in the ACC right now.
Exactly.
So I'm excited about the season.
Right.
So we got basketball going on. It's that time of the year. Everybody's waiting on that. There's a couple of bowl games today.
That's correct.
So we're waiting on the Gator Bowl. And then we're waiting on, of course, everybody's waiting on the playoffs.
Right. And like I mentioned earlier about the soccer team, how much more 2 out of the last 3 years, they won the national championship.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we don't talk about that.
Not too many schools can say that. I'm more of a football guy.
Yeah.
But, championships, national championships.
we got a rowing team. We talked about that for about an hour last Saturday night. So, it's all good. It's all sports. I love sports. Been around sports all my life. I played them. I still play some sports. Try to play a little golf, a little tennis. And I just think there's a lot of.
I retired. I didn't quit. Mama didn't raise a quitter. Okay. I retired. Let's say that.
So, last 4 games we won.
Right.
We just got a couple of shirts left over from Tyler from,
that catch.
The real Tyler.
That catch.
That
one hand.
I knew when I saw that was going to be ESPN. That was going to be talked about. Yeah. And I knew there's a shirt for that. I got them right there in the car over there. We sold a bunch of them. But so anyways, there's a guy named, I want to say his name's Tyler also from Spartanburg called in. And I was going over to pick up a pizza. And wasn't really planning on listening to the Dabo show, but it was on that station. And I picked up the pizza and I got back in the car. And conversation was just a little bit different.
Right.
So this call's a little bit different.
Yeah, something didn't sound right.
And I'm not going to go into a lot of detail. But, Dabo got a little fired up.
Yeah.
And rightfully so.
And I think that he had the right to do that. Sorry, y'all, the wind's blowing a little bit out here.
Yeah, I think that was the turning point of the season. And then Tyler made that catch.
Made the catch.
From Greenville.
That reminds me of the catch.
Odell Beckman.
Yeah, no. Let's go back to Clemson when the Carolina, I can't remember who it was.
Clark? Oh, no, you're talking about Jerry Butler.
Yeah.
That was a little bit different.
But it was still the catch. This is the catch of 2023.
Yeah.
You got to kind of put it in perspective.
So, all right. So, playing Kentucky.
Right.
I feel pretty confident about the game.
I feel very confident about the game. Now, let me go ahead and tell all my Tiger fans, just so y'all don't get mad at me now. Listen to what I'm saying. My nephew is the place kicker for the University of Kentucky. I'm still a Tiger. Yeah. I still bleed orange. I'm pulling for Clemson. He's my nephew. I got to hope that he does his job well. But the other team,
make a field goal,
he can kick it out of the end zone. He can kick it short. We'll run it back. It doesn't matter. I don't want him to get hurt. That's the main thing.
Gotcha.
It's his last. It'll be his last game playing. So, but no, don't take it the wrong way. I'm still a Tiger. I'm pulling for the Tigers, but I still have to support my nephew. That's family.
So we were talking, I think me and you both got a little ADD going on.
A little ADHD. There's some other alphabets in there.
It's not always a bad thing, but it gives us a creative thing about what it means to bleed orange. And,
Exactly.
So I was talking about, traveling, and you'd be on the road, you'd be in Dallas, Texas at the airport, or you'd be at Disney World, and
they see the ball.
They see the Paul, they see something Clemson. It's like your family's right there.
Exactly.
And you're at Disney World. Hey, go Tigers!
Exactly.
And at the airport, and there's just something about it.
Or you see them in the airport and you say, hey, man, I bleed orange too. You know?
And
they know what you're talking about.
Know what you're talking about. Can't be explained on experience. Then, you're at the grocery line, and normally a person that you normally wouldn't start a conversation with is wearing a Clemson shirt or a Clemson cap, and all of a sudden you start talking about Clemson. So,
well, it's like I live in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Yeah,
we don't see a lot of Clemson stuff down there. So I can assure you, as soon as I see one at Walmart, checking line, wherever, hey man, I bleed orange too. Yeah. There it is. There it is. And they understand.
We're so grateful to be a part of this community. So grateful to have this great business here. And it's just been a blessing.
Oh, it's great.
I mean, it's been a blessing. It seems like we've been doing this forever, but we started in 2017.
Okay.
And so actually we brought on 30, as of this week, we brought on 39 sponsors. 39 in 1 year.
Yeah.
And so I'm here to tell you, the best is yet to come. You ain't seen nothing yet. So I got some big plans for next year. 2024 is going to be the best year ever.
I agree with that 100%. For I Bleed Orange, for me, for
everybody. 2023 is a weird year. It's good for business, but it's a weird year.
Right.
We had a lot of.
We just got over the COVID thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of put a damper on everything, but we're back. We're back. And I think the football team, we're a young team. We got most of our players back. Most freshman snaps in the nation.
Yeah, I saw that.
So, I mean, that tells you right there. People talk about the portal and all this kind of fun stuff. We're a young team, and we still did what we did.
Right.
I mean, how much we have something to build on where other teams are having to go out there and find people to replace people.
Yeah.
We can build within.
So, all right. So, let's kind of led on here. We're in kind of the middle of this thing. You want to talk about special announcement?
Okay, here we go. Got a little special announcement.
You want me to go back there and?
Well, I think we'll just slide over a little bit. Let's see if we can kind of see. I'm gonna try to use my finger here. Let's see where I am here. If you notice, goal post on this does it actually is we manufacture. The name of our company is Team Goals. You can find us on Facebook. You can email us at info.teamgoals@gmail.com. We're putting them in several stores around here. Right. Josh is helping us out.
Yeah, he partnered with I Bleed Orange, and we're going to have them here in this store.
I'll tell you a little bit about what they are. They go into your reese hitch. You've probably been down the road before, and you got your flags flying on the side of your windows. I'm riding over here. Josh is over there. I roll down the window to say, hey, Josh, man, what's going on? He rolls down his, and those flags go flying out the window. Well, all of a sudden, you just lost $20.
Yeah.
Well, ours never fall off.
It's welded.
It's made out of schedule.
Yeah.
I'll go into a little detail. I don't want to bore y'all.
More of an engineering guy.
Schedule 40 aluminum, weighs less than 10 pounds, hooks into your reese hitch. It enhances your tailgate experience tremendously in the route there and in the route back. The cool factor is you take it off, and the little part that goes into the pin that holds it in the reese hitch, we have about a 2-foot, 18-inch rod that goes in the back. We also have a sandbag that goes over it. So, Josh, while me and you are over here tailgating, having a good time, the kids can be back here kicking field goals. Yeah. And so it's family oriented. It occupies.
I didn't think about kicking field goals.
Yeah, and we're gonna
come out with a little Nerf ball.
We're gonna have
some kind of ball,
like a little, not so much a Nerf. You know those little stress balls. Yeah. You know, little footballs like that. And you can get them from your sponsors that I Bleed Orange sponsors at their stores. We're not licensed with Clemson yet.
Right.
So we can't furnish the flags. We just furnish the pole.
Yeah, and this is something that lasts for generations. You can pass this down to your grandkids.
This is a one-time purchase.
Yeah.
They're, like I said, they're made out of Schedule 40 aluminum, welded. Right. They're powder coated. So it's not a paint.
And there's nobody's got one out there.
There's none in America.
None in America. I Bleed Orange.
You're looking at the first, and we're doing it all with I Bleed Orange.
We're the cool
so
crowd.
the product is. Now let me tell you a little how I kind of created this little monster. First of all, and I'm not going to try to bore y'all, but I got to tell you the history. I've got a business partner. Her name's Melinda Long. I'm proud of her thing. Her name was Melinda Hall. She played at Clemson.
Mhm.
She had a full 4-year ride. She led the ACC. She was an All-American at Clemson playing basketball. Scored over 1,000 points. So we're not just two quote-unquote business people. We actually bleed orange.
Yeah.
My heritage, my great-great-grandfather, my grandfather's grandfather, was the third president. Henry Hartzog was the third president at Clemson. He helped get the collegiate intersports between different colleges going in the early 1900s. Actually, Heisman, the Heisman Trophy winner, let me see if I can do that. He was the coach at Clemson. I don't know if y'all know that. But he was there while my great-grandfather was there.
Named after him.
So, I've bled orange all my life. Frank Howard, that we rubbed the rock for, he was very instrumental in getting my dad his very first coaching job. My dad was a coach. So when we're bringing on the goalpost to help enhance that, it's not just it's all about Clemson. I mean, I can't wait till the day, and I see it coming. I see it coming that 3/4. If you go to a tailgate thing now, everybody's got the tents that you sit under.
They're gonna have a goalpost.
They're gonna have a goalpost, and there's gonna be kids out there playing. You play games, just kind of like cornhole. How many field goals can you make?
The investment on this thing is about what it takes. Take a couple people to the game, and you have this over and over again.
Yeah, it's a one-time purchase, basically.
Yeah, and then people are gonna come over and they're gonna bring their kids over. And so, how do you get one? Contact I Bleed Orange. Contact Raider.
Yeah, and like I said, you contact Josh at I Bleed Orange.
And we're gonna have him. We're gonna have him right down here at this location.
That's exactly right. We're gonna have him here. I've also got some other stores here in Clemson that we're going to hopefully be able to put them up in their stores too. Or like I said, you can contact us directly. I prefer to do it through some of Josh's sponsors because that helps their business. We're all about small businesses. Scratching each other's back is the way to.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
Helping everybody else out.
That's exactly.
Yeah, we got a lot of people like Romeo's Pizza. You tell me with I Bleed Orange, they're going to give you 10% off pizza.
That's exactly right.
Anderson Ford down here.
Well,
$500 off.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Josh. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. The 50th customer, the 50th customer that buys one of our goalposts, I'll give them a signed Dabo Sweeney miniature helmet.
Okay.
How about that?
That's pretty cool.
You want a goalpost? If you're the 50th purchaser, you'll get an autographed thing free of charge.
I'm gonna call Chris in here. Go get Chris.
Yeah, you want me to go step in there?
Yeah.
Okay,
Tell him to come out. Do a little shout out right last. Chris is coming out here. They got a neat little thing. They came on as a sponsor back in August. Right when they first opened, and this guy markets like crazy. He's out there hustling all the time, and his business is, he's gonna come on board here and talk a little bit. It has just grown like crazy. They stay full. They're bringing on new vendors all the time, and so it's 5409 Highway 76, Suite B, Pendleton, South Carolina, right across the street from Sandy Springs Post Office, right? Have a seat. All right. Tell us a little bit about what's going on here. I'll just give a little shout out for you.
Awesome. We like I said, Atlas Antiques. The name came. That was my wife's wedding song, so that's where the name came from. But we do antiques, collectibles. Tend to be different than most other antique stores simply because of the stuff that we have in it. It is things that you probably don't think you'd ever see in an antique store or a vintage store. So
I can't come in here without buying something every time I come in here. They got some unique stuff. Got some Clemson stuff in here.
Clemson stuff.
Who did you bring on the candy? You brought on candy.
Brought on freeze dried candy. She just started. Flavor Explosion.
Yeah.
She just started this week. We got some exciting people coming in. We got a nice collection of glass paperweights. If you look for them, you'll see them. Vendor just moved in. She'll be finished setting her booth up today. But just a beautiful collection. A lot of Christmas sales right now.
It is, yeah.
Last week before Christmas, a lot of those last minute gifts. A lot of Christmas decorations on sale, 50% off or better. So, yeah, definitely stop in, check. We are open Tuesday through Sunday, 10 to 5:30. Every day, Tuesday through Saturday. So,
Have you know Sandy Springs Post Office right across the street, Carolina Burglar and Fire Alarm Company also.
Yep.
Can we all three get in this picture?
I can.
Y'all want to do some picks?
I didn't want to interrupt. What's going on with
No,
y'all.
I mean, this thing's kind of just kind of. All right, so let's talk about a couple games. We got. Let's go ahead and go to the playoffs.
Let's go for it. I'm ready.
All right, got Michigan, Alabama. All right.
We won't even go about that.
No, we're gonna do some picks.
Okay. I didn't want to start talking about that.
I don't think there'll be a lot of Alabama fans watching this.
I understand.
But
Alabama.
My motto's always been ABB, anybody but Bama.
There you go.
And I just can't believe Florida State didn't make it in. But go blue. Alabama. I mean, they always got a good team.
Alabama has a way at the end.
I think Michigan's going to be in there.
I take Michigan by 8.
8.
That's
I think Michigan's going to beat them by about 3.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a close game. Michigan's looked better this year. I mean, they beat Ohio State.
I'm going to split the difference. I think it's going to be Michigan's by 6.
By 6.
By 6?
Yeah.
Is that 2 field goals or is that a missed field goal?
It's 2 field goals.
Okay. There you go.
I think the kicking game is going to make a big difference in this.
Just so long Michigan wins. I really don't care if it's 1 point.
ABB, baby. Anybody but Bama.
There you go.
So we did a Vape Nation. It was the first show at the Duke game. And I'm going to hold true to this, but I'm not going to be right on this one. But I'd picked, we're picking the college playoffs, and I put Texas and Washington in there. I thought it was crazy.
Right.
And I put them in the Natty, but of course they can't be in the Natty because they're playing each other.
Correct.
So this ought to be an interesting game. Washington, this guy went heck of the offense. And Penix, the quarterback, they're explosive. A lot of these West Coast teams got these big offenses. They score a lot of points.
And another thing to think about, the West Coast teams, the East Coast teams, the SEC and the ACC aren't used to playing West Coast style football.
Right.
So it's going to throw a twist into it.
Well, and you got Texas. All right. You'll have Matthew McConaughey. I guarantee you'll be on the sidelines. But Texas, I mean, that is a football state there.
That is.
You got the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And all the good high school players come out of there.
That's exactly right.
Man, that's tough.
I still think it's going to be Texas and Michigan.
I think Texas is going to be.
I think that's going to be the final. I agree with that.
I think Texas, yeah. I think Texas because I just think their defense is a little bit better.
Yeah.
And, I mean, a lot of these West Coast teams.
Big in Texas.
Yeah, a lot of these West Coast teams, they put on 53 points a game or 48 points a game. They allow 38 points.
Right.
And their defenses aren't as strong. So I'm putting Texas and Michigan
in the final.
And hook 'em horns. Texas is going to win it this year. Texas is going to win it. And Matthew McConaughey's going to be one happy dude.
I'm not going to say I don't even want to make a prediction until we figure out who the final 2 are. And then I'll tell you who's going to win.
Okay. We should have left that off. But anyways. All right. And then we got Florida State. Georgia.
I'm not a big dog fan, but I believe Georgia's going to beat Florida State.
Georgia's going to beat Florida State.
I mean,
I'm personally not a big fan of either one of those.
Me either.
teams.
I just feel a little bad about Florida State not getting in. But
I think Florida State kind of got hoodooed on that one. But then again, so did Georgia.
Yeah.
2-time national championship back-to-back. Lose one game and they're out. I can see where Georgia has a fight. But both of these teams, I feel like, are going to come in just mad as fire to prove a point.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a great game. I feel like it'll be a great game.
Yeah. And then next year is going to be interesting with 12 teams. So.
Yeah, but
correct.
So I'm kind of excited about that. I wasn't sure how I felt about it when they first came out with it. I'm kind of excited about it now. All right, so that leaves us with Clemson and Kentucky.
I think, okay, here we go. I mentioned earlier, but I think that Kentucky's losing a lot of people in the portal right now, so they're going to be a little bit softer than what they are. Don't want to sound boastful, but I think Clemson's going to they'll win by 17. Clemson by 17.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a little bit closer. I'm going to still say Clemson by 10.
Yeah, you expect any of us to come on here and pull for Kentucky? Or
No. I'm not. If I did that, I'm.
Now we lost 4 games this year. I've never picked against Clemson. Never will.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't. Kentucky didn't even end up ranked. We ended up, 23rd,
23rd, 24th,
something like that. So I'm going 38-17. If they even get 17 points, defense is solid. Defense is playing solid.
Is strong.
Offense, except for the Carolina game, that was kind of a boring game. There wasn't much offense, no
Still
touchdowns were
won
scored.
without scoring a touchdown. I mean, not everybody can say
It's
that.
a defensive, yeah. But 38-17. I don't think it's gonna be that close. It may be close at halftime, but I think Clemson's gonna pull away in the second half. And
they'll wear them out. They'll wear their defense out.
I think it's a situation of, Clemson now has to, get that chip back on their shoulder and go and get ready for the next year. I think a big change is going to happen after this.
And we got a new offensive line coach. And I'm going to tell you about the offensive line. They don't get enough respect because it doesn't seem to be the sexiest position, but offensive line is very, very important. And
you don't have an offensive line, you don't have anything in the backfield.
Yeah, it wins football games. And, they see the 60-yard run or they see the 50-yard pass touchdown, but they don't realize a lot of times that's set up by the offensive line, giving the quarterback, open up holes. So I think that's important. And I think that we got a good coach there now, and I'm excited about that. Excited about next season. I'm a little sad about the season's coming to an end. It just went by too fast this year.
But we still got basketball. We
still got basketball, and we play today. And, they're only, I believe, 2 or 3 undefeated teams.
Correct.
And we're one of them.
That's right.
And like I said, it just feels different this year. So hopefully Clemson basketball will make a run
they'll
this year.
beat Memphis by 9 points today. There you go. I said it.
They're playing a little job.
I'm not going to say anything. I got a nickel riding on this. Okay? I got a nickel riding on this.
I think I can afford a nickel. All right. So what else?
Well, you got baseball season right around the corner.
Baseball.
I always like following the baseball.
I just don't like sitting out at 100 degrees. Me and Mike, the guy that does the show with me, usually we're out there for the playoff game. And I swear it felt like 110 degrees out there.
Well, that's about the way it is in September at this home game.
Yeah, that's true. So
I like my baseball. People say it's a slow, boring sport. If you know the game, there's a lot of strategy involved in baseball. A lot of strategy.
It is. A lot of strategy, a lot of
and
mind games between the other teams.
It's like chess.
Not only that, what about the women's softball team? I mean, come on.
Oh yeah, softball team's been doing good.
I mean, they're how many years have they been in existence? 4 or 5 maybe.
Yeah, it's fun to watch actually.
And
I like the way they do that little pitch and way they wind up like that. That's incredible.
I don't understand that.
Did you mention the soccer team, national champions?
Yeah, we mentioned that. It's national championships.
Right.
That's a big deal. There's a lot of colleges out there playing for that, and that's a big deal. Just took 1 goal.
Yep.
And they won it. So we got another national championship at Clemson. When we got one in basketball, wouldn't that be something special?
Would be nice.
That would be. Whew.
I don't know about that, but
I mean, I hope and pray it were to happen, but.
Speaking of basketball, Grayson Marshall was going to be on our podcast Thursday night. He played for Clemson back during the Cliff Ellis days.
Okay.
And I wouldn't realize someone was telling me he had more assists than Michael Jordan and Larry Bird combined in the NCAA.
How about that?
People don't talk about assists much, but that
Well,
leads
my,
to a basket.
My business partner Belinda, she led the ACC in assists in the women's. Like she played from, I believe it was 82 through 86, and that was before the 3-point line was in there. And
and before that
scored over 1,000 points.
Before they had the time clock. Remember?
Yeah, exactly.
Remember North Carolina used to do that.
Yeah, the 4 corners.
4 corners. I hated that. I'm glad they changed.
Final score 7-5 and things like that. That's great.
Yeah, I mean, you had Michael Jordan. You didn't know he was really Michael Jordan.
No, because he
was under control.
Himself. He
was
just
a control
dribbling
system.
around.
So basketball's fun to watch, especially when you get to March and you get into the NCAA March Madness. That's exciting.
Right.
So hopefully keeping the momentum. And so anything else you want to say about that last?
The only thing let's say is, come on, get those last minute Christmas gifts.
There's a lot of interesting stuff you will not find in normal places here. Just all vintage stuff.
Beautiful.
I bought several things here. You can't come in here without spending money, so it's a good thing.
One of our vendors has got a whole bunch of vintage Clemson postcards. It's amazing to see those pictures on those postcards
Yeah.
from years gone by.
I just love vintage stuff. I came in here and bought a newspaper from Frank Howard when he actually left Clemson.
And he resigned. I remember
Yeah,
that.
the paper's all yellow. You can tell it's old, and it's got articles. It's got stuff in there about advertisements where you buy a pound of bacon for like 50 cents or $1 or something.
Cars for $1,000.
Milk was, yeah, really. I mean, I love looking at stuff like that. And I got some kind of old Budweiser can.
Yeah.
Like it's like from the 40s or 50s with a tiger on it. That's pretty cool.
That was, yeah. When you bought that, and did you buy the chairs, the seats, the stadium?
Yeah,
seats?
yeah. Stadium. I've never had stadium seats. Imagine that. All the games I've been to.
We got another one in there now in the back.
Huh.
One of our vendors has one in there.
Huh.
So it looks almost like exactly like the one you had. But definitely.
Yeah, if you got any vendors, get in contact with Chris, and he's got some space available. You can rent some space.
Right now we're loaded.
They're reasonable, yeah.
You know, we're loaded, and we got waiting lists already.
Just open in freaking August.
Yep.
Great location too. I mean, only minutes from Anderson or Clemson.
Yeah, you're coming down 176 going into Clemson. It's right here. So
just look for the antique sign. Look for the.
I met y'all
antique.
right when this thing opened.
Mm-hmm.
I met y'all, and y'all just exploded. And everywhere I go around Clemson Anderson, I see your signs here. You need this phone number there. So, anyways,
but definitely stop in and check us out.
We've done about 30 minutes. What else are we going to talk about here on the Tiger Show?
Whatever you want to do. This is your show, Josh. All I can say
we
is
left anything out.
Anything
coming down from the heavens above.
Let's just think for a second before we shut this thing down.
Goalpost.
Yeah, goalpost. Like I said, you can come to Chris here.
We mentioned Mr. Nickenbocker's came on board. We mentioned Bright's Pest Control. They're doing the Gator Bowl. And I mean, I'm just all for that guy. Started out a year ago. He's building this thing up, and he worked in pest control all his life. So
many years ago, I used to own a pest control company, and I know the work that he has to do. And trust me, it's not an easy business. And I wish him all the success in the world. Thank goodness he came on with I Bleed Orange, because it's going to benefit him.
Yeah, and it's all about marketing, standing out, and getting back to the community. We're here to help each other.
And those small businesses.
Yeah, I mean,
you're helping somebody local. Yeah. When you support a small business.
You really are. All right. I think I feel good about it. I don't think we left anything out.
I'm good.
You ready to do Tiger Chant?
You're good? Yeah. You want me to start it out?
All right. CLEMNTIGERS. Fight, Tigers, fight, Tigers, fight, fight, fight. Go Tigers, I bleed orange, baby. Woo! Come on out there, Antiques and Pendleton.